feel like the internet has created this sort of idea of coconut oil where it's supposed to be this like all natural, amazing oil that's going to transform your hair no matter what hair type you have. Like put it everywhere, put it on your scalp, on your roots, on the ends of your hair, everywhere. And then your hair is going to be really healthy.
Who's up for coconut oil?
But that's both right and wrong. There's a lot of misconceptions about coconut oil. There's like a very specific way to tell if coconut oil will work well for your hair. So that's what I'm going to be discussing today. Specifically, I'm going to tell you guys how I use it and whether or not you should even use coconut oil on your hair. Okay, so the first step of my coconut oil routine is to figure out where on my hair, if at all, I should be applying the oil. So with coconut oil, typically you want to use organic, extra virgin, unrefined coconut oil on the parts of your hair that are high porosity, and you do not want to use them on parts of your hair that have low porosity. So high porosity means that the cuticles on your hair, they do not lay flat. There are holes in your cuticles, there are gaps in your cuticles. From what I've read, this can be genetic, but also this is really what damaged hair looks like. And with low porosity hair, the cuticles are sealed shut. So nothing is going to come in and nothing is going to come out. To figure out your hair's porosity, you want to take a strand of hair and you just want to run your finger down the length of your hair. Where it starts to feel a little bumpy, that is where you're going to have high porosity, and where it's like really, really smooth, that's where it's going to be lower porosity. Your hair can have a porosity gradient where at a certain point you may have low porosity, and then as you make your way down the strand of your hair, you could have higher porosity. Basically, the part of your hair strand that feels more bumpy, that is where you're going to have higher porosity. And then the parts of the strand of hair that are a lot smoother, then that's going to be lower porosity. Now, just talking about my hair specifically, the ends of my hair have higher porosity. The cuticles are more porous, whereas my roots and like up to my mid-length, I would say, that tends to be pretty low porosity. They've just been around longer than the strands up here.
Yeah, I've been around.
So they're just naturally more damaged than the parts of my hair at the top of my head. And these gaps are not good because your hair is made up of keratin, which is a protein. And when you have gaps in the hair cuticle, the protein can escape through the gaps, and protein is what gives your hair strength and structure. And so when the protein leaves your hair, obviously that's going to make your hair weaker.
Too weak.
Also, the gaps can cause more moisture to get inside of your hair shaft when your hair is wet, which is damaging because that basically makes your hair shaft swell and the cuticles are raised and they're more prone to damage. This is slowly turning into a tangent, but I promise you it will all make sense. So just keep paying attention.
Yes, sorry, paying attention. Paying attention.
So the reason why you want to figure out your hair's porosity before you use coconut oil has been shown to fill the gaps that are on your hair's cuticle. Basically, it clings to the protein in your hair. When you're washing your hair, the protein in your hair, it's not going to come out because it's in place from the coconut oil, and excessive moisture is not going to be able to get in because the coconut oil has filled the gaps. Therefore, there's not going to be excessive swelling of your hair shaft, and therefore there's going to be less damage. Hair swelling causes damage, protein loss causes damage. You don't want either of those things.
I don't want that!
Coconut oil will help you to avoid both of those things if you have high porosity hair. For me, the hair up here, it is very low porosity. The cuticles are sealed shut. When I run my finger through, it is very, very smooth. There's like no bumps. So applying coconut oil to my hair here would do literally nothing except make it really, really hard to shampoo. I may have to like shampoo 3 or 4 times in order to get it off of my hair. I avoid coconut oil on my roots and on the majority of my hair, except for the ends. That's where I apply it because because that's where my hair is on the higher side in terms of porosity. Okay, so now that I just explained all of this to you guys about coconut oil, hopefully you know right now whether or not coconut oil is good for you to use. So let's discuss how specifically I use it. First thing that I do, I use coconut oil probably like once every 2 weeks before I'm about to wash my hair. Because I put it only on the ends, I always make sure to brush my hair out first, and then I just put my hair up in a ponytail. When my hair is in a ponytail, it just makes it a lot easier to find the ends and just make sure that I don't get any coconut oil on my roots. So when my hair is in a ponytail, I just take a little bit of coconut oil. I want to say it's like maybe a dime size amount, and I rub it between my hands to warm it up. So I don't microwave it. I don't do any sort of like, I don't know, using a stove to warm up the coconut oil. I literally just rub it between my hands, and that is enough to melt it. And then I just apply it at the very ends. Basically from this point on, it's just the same exact routine as I usually do. So I really don't do anything different. I shampoo the roots only, and then I condition the ends. I know a lot of people will say like, well, your hair may be weighed down after you use coconut oil, but it is not weighed down at all. And I don't have to shampoo the ends when I use coconut oil, because any excess that may be like on my hair is gonna get rinsed off when the shampoo is rinsing down my hair shaft or down like the length of my hair. And I actually used it yesterday, and do you guys see how shiny and smooth the ends of my hair look? Beyond applying coconut oil, nothing changes in terms of my hair care routine. So I still shampoo and condition the same. I still style my hair the same way, which usually I just blow dry with the Revlon One Step, and then that's literally it. It is super easy, and I really think it just helps to keep my hair nice and healthy after coloring it and getting the keratin treatment. So let me know in the comments below, do you like using coconut oil on your hair? If you do, does your routine differ from how I use it? Give us any tips that you have below. I appreciate all of you. We are so close to 1 million subscribers. I'm really excited, and I think I just said it, but I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.